comment. I've had a lot of you guys request for me to do this video. I did not do a video for my July favorites because I didn't really test out a lot of products until like the end of July. So I'll probably include some of the July products in my August favorites, but I want to go through the palettes that I think have stood out in the year of 2018. We are halfway through it now. Out of everything that's came out, these are probably the ones that I will use the most. I have a lot of people ask me, well, what is your favorite palette? What do you like to use the most? So I think the first one for me would have to be from KKW Beauty. I just reviewed this last Saturday on my channel. This palette is so beautiful. I love this palette. I'm wearing it right now on my eyes. I think it's absolutely stunning. And I also have the KKW Beauty Mario palette. I love the KKW Beauty line. This is what the Mario palette looks like. I like the shape of them. They're thinner. They stack up perfectly together. I can take both of these palettes with me on a trip and have so many different options to choose from. These two I am so glad I have in my collection, and you would probably have to, you'd have to pull these out of my dead cold hands to get them. You would. They're amazing. The next palette I'm going to talk about is the Soft Glam palette. This is probably my second favorite palette. I love the Soft Glam palette. There are so many beautiful shades in this palette. And this palette I am so excited to use during the fall. Like, can you just see how gorgeous those shades are? This palette is beautiful, you guys. The shadows are a little bit on the dusty side, but man, they blend out like a dream. I like this one much more than I do the Norvina palette. And if you guys don't have this one in your collection and you like these shades, you won't be disappointed, I promise. Okay, the next one, I would say my third favorite is the Born to Run, you guys. This Born to Run palette is amazing. I really love this palette from Urban Decay. They really did a great job when they put all of these shades together. You can create so many gorgeous looks with this palette, you guys, and I just think this is a perfect palette to have, especially with the fall coming. Yeah, these shadows are amazing. The next one I would say is probably from the Dominique Cosmetics. The Dominique Latte palette was probably my favorite palette for like a month straight. I love these shades, you guys. They are very pigmented, and she did such a great job with these palettes. Now, she launched the Lemonade palette. I have the old one here, and when I reviewed it, I really struggled with those shimmer shades in the palette, especially the Pink Lemonade and the Peach shade. This Peach shade is everything. It's so gorgeous. They were really, really chunky. They were not performing like the Latte palette. 2 days after I launched my video, they announced that there was an issue with the shimmers in these palettes. So it wasn't me. It was actually, like, I thought I was dreaming because I'm like, you guys don't understand how amazing this Latte palette is. Like, why is this one so weird? I don't know what the deal was, but somehow the pearls were compressed and weird, and it messed it up. They replaced every single palette. So every customer that bought the Lemonade palette got a replacement. This is my replacement palette, and you guys, I can already tell right away. I've been swatching them. I've already played around with it. I can tell right away that this is a good formula. This is the same formula as the Latte palette. I think it speaks volumes for Kristen Dominique and Dominique Cosmetics for them to replace every palette. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. So I applaud her. Congratulations on such a successful brand. For that reason, for them to make it right, I think I will support her forever. I think I will completely support her forever. I bought all 4 of the lippies. I love the lip glosses. They are stunning, and I'm really proud of her. These palettes are amazing. If you guys haven't checked these out, I highly recommend them. Okay, the next one I want to talk about is from BH Cosmetics. You guys, I love this palette. I love this palette. This is the Neutral Navu Neutral 26 Shadow and Blush Palette. I love this palette. They can get a little bit powdery, but if you know that going into it, you can create the prettiest looks. They're a little bit powdery, but it is totally fine. Like, these shadows blend beautifully over the eye. These shades are perfect, and you can create so many gorgeous looks with the shades that are in here. You guys, the shimmer shades in this palette, I mean, look at that rose gold, you guys. She is beautiful. They are a tiny bit chunky, but blend out beautiful on the eye. I am obsessed with them. I am absolutely obsessed. I really am. I cannot stop using this palette. And it's so affordable. That's what I love about this palette, is it's so affordable and they do not discriminate. They're just amazing. I love BH Cosmetics. The other palette from BH Cosmetics, I just recently found this one. This one's recently launched. This is the Desert Oasis palette. They put the perfect colors of matte shades to go with the shimmer shades in this palette. You have a matte here, 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 and here. So there are only 5 matte shades, but you have so many different options to choose from in the shimmer shades. Oh, they did a good job. And this is like a highlighter. It's gorgeous on the face, you guys. It's so pretty. Like, I am completely blown away by BH Cosmetics. Like, they are really working hard to bring out beautiful palettes, and this one did not disappoint. Like, this is a palette that I would totally take on vacation with me, and I could create so many gorgeous looks with. I'm obsessed, you guys. This is a good palette. The next palette is from Makeup Revolution. Now, you guys, I know that they want to be called Revolution Beauty. I don't know. I can't keep up. This is the first Makeup Revolution palette I've ever used, and I instantly fell in love with the formula. I've tried like 5 Milani palettes, and I cannot get the formula to work for me. They're muddy, they don't blend very well, and I really have to work extra hard to get a beautiful look from a Milani palette. I think the packaging, I mean, Milani kills it on packaging. I mean, let's just be honest. When it comes to drugstore, Milani kills the packaging department. Oh my gosh, their palettes are beautiful, but the quality for me is not there. When I picked up this palette from Makeup Revolution, this is the Sophie X palette. I completely fell in love with this formula. This formula I can totally blend. This formula is not muddy. Whatever technique I'm using, now if you guys have Milani palettes and they work great for you, that is fantastic. For me and the way that I apply eyeshadows and the technique I use, it is horribly difficult to get them to blend out, and they get super muddy and they stick weird, and it just, oh, it is maddening. This, on the other hand, this blends out like a beautiful dream of heaven. The shimmer shades are absolutely stunning, and I'm going to, I think personally right now, as far as drugstore goes, the Makeup Revolution is my favorite palette. This palette was amazing, and it blew me completely away. I would say, you know what, if you are on a budget, the BH Cosmetics and the Makeup Revolutions, they will not play you wrong. They are really, really good palettes, and I'm very, very impressed with the quality of these eyeshadows. Let's talk about another palette from ColourPop. This is my favorite little dream street. She is a dream. Kathleen Lights teamed up with ColourPop, and they created Dream Street. There is something special about this palette. These shades are stunning. Now I'm almost hitting pan on this first shade. I mean, can we just see how beautiful these shimmer shades are? Oh, she is a beautiful palette. If you guys haven't picked this up from ColourPop, highly recommend it. This is a great palette, and yeah, I like me a Dream Street. Okay, the last palette I'm going to talk about is from Marc Jacobs. This is the Fantasine palette. It's those little iconic palettes. Oh, she is so pretty. I love a Marc Jacobs palette. The shades, I know this is a very expensive palette. I totally hear you. The shades blend out so beautifully. I love these colors together. I've used this palette several times. This shade in particular to really like tight line, kind of like a look that I'm wearing right now where it's real dark kind of around the eye and then kind of fades out. That shade blends gorgeous, and you don't get any fallout. There is something to be said about a Marc Jacobs eyeshadow, and I think out of the ones that he has launched, this one is my favorite because I love these shades. They're absolutely beautiful, and it's white. I love the white. Ugh. Okay, now I've probably made you deaf because I know I've been screaming. There's something I am going to try. Okay, I'm trying. So I talk really loud. I play with my hair too much. I use my hands too much. Did I mention I talk really loud? Yeah, I do. And yeah, I'm gonna stop doing that. Oh, and I got to stop saying you guys, and yeah, I gotta stop doing that. So I'm sorry if I am like screaming at you. I can't help it. I talk loud. I'm just a very like eccentric, loud person. You know what I'm saying? So when you get really loud like I do, I don't really realize I'm doing it. And then I'm editing and it's really quiet and I'm editing my video and I'm like, Tara, stop screaming. So for those of you guys that love me anyway, I love you so much. So I hope that gives you guys a good idea of the palettes that I'm absolutely loving of 2018. But you guys know the holidays are coming and there is always something to be said about holiday palettes. So I'm excited to see what brands have coming in the next 6 months, and I will probably do this again at the end of the year. I'm gonna do like top 5 palettes of the entire year. So I'm kind of excited about that, but let's see if this one makes the cut once the holiday palettes come out, because you know those holiday palettes are amazing. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for all the love and warm, sweet comments that you guys post. Seriously, they mean the world to me, and I love reading them, and I love commenting back and forth with you guys. It brings me so much joy. I love you guys so much, and I hope you guys have a fantastic week filled with love, happiness, and joy. I love you guys so much. Bye!